Turns out that people aren't Googling my IMDb, my resume, my portfolio as a makeup artist. None of that. What they are Googling is my lipstick, and my red lipstick to be specific. As I started going viral on TikTok, all of my content featured one thing, my signature red lip. And within the comments, every single time, it was, what red lipstick is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? At the time, I was only wearing one, but then I started rotating in quite a few of my favorites. And I'm guessing because of like how many comments were on each of those posts, people were just Googling like WithSaj lipsticks. So girl, welcome. You finally found this video while you were Googling, because I get hits every single day for WithSaj lipstick. So here you go, girl. This is my top 5 plus a bonus red lipstick rotation. So one of the main things that I think scares people with red lipstick is there's not an understanding that you really do have to find the right shade of red. That is something that people hear a lot. They say it and they repeat it, but they would still go and just get any shade, any intensity, and then it doesn't end up working, and then nobody circles back to trying red again. I have a neutral undertone, and honestly, to me, that just means depending on the year, the season, depending on what colors I'm wearing, I'm either gonna show up a little yellow or I'm gonna show up a little green. And it can do anything. Like, you never really know. You never really know. And to me, within skin tones and undertone, that's kind of where neutral lies, because if I put on something really chocolatey, then I look a little more olivey. So because of that, I can wear any red that I want. So if you have a neutral skin tone, a neutral undertone, congratulations. You can choose any red that you want. Obviously, choose the one you like the most, okay? So I'm gonna share my top 5. And we have a bonus red lipsticks, and I was gonna say in no particular order, truly no particular order, because I'm even panicked at the thought of making any of my red lipsticks feel less loved than the other. And we are starting off with Tom Ford, and this is Scarlet Rouge. You can see what the color looks like, and also you will see that this is my lipstick shape. A while back I did a, what is that? Okay, I did a lipstick shape personality test. The girls were losing it. It was like, what does your lipstick shape say about you? I am the angled bullet, and you'll see, because these are my lipsticks, okay? These are not just for show. All right, so we're gonna put this on, and 99% of the time, I'm wearing my red lip straight. No chaser, no mixer, no ice, no nothing. Just give it to me straight, okay? Okay, so this is Scarlet Rouge, and you can see this is an orange-based red. So depending on the eyeshadows that I'm wearing a purpley today, so I feel like the orange is really pulling out in it today. Normally, when I reach for this, I'm in the bronzy, chocolatey mood, right? Because then the bronze, everything else being really bronze and being brownish chocolatey, when I add this with it, this looks more terracotta. Does that make sense? So the vibe just kind of always changes a little bit depending on everything that is happening. I probably should have thought it through when doing my makeup, but girl, we are batch filming and we're doing what we can do. All right, so that is Tom Ford Scarlet Rouge. Favorite, I wear this. I wear them all the time. Yeah, no, like I'm glitching. I know that we all have this thing. It's like, no, I have all of these, but I always wear this. I'm telling y'all, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it in the bullets. I wear them all. I love all of my red lipstick kids equally. I have the limited edition version of this, and it is the same Scarlet Rouge, but it's the, what was it? The Lost Cherry version. So it's red, but it smells like the Lost Cherry fragrance, and the component is red, but the color of the lipstick is still Scarlet Rouge. My next lipstick is also from Tom Ford, and this shade is Velvet Cherry. So you can see we're getting into a deeper red here. I love that I chose my most dehydrated day to do this. Because girl, why are you swatching lipsticks and your lips about to fall off? As I said, we are batching. We're doing the best we can, okay? In terms of, because I know someone's gonna ask, in terms of lip liners and bleeding into lips. Now, if you have fine lines around your lips, you are going to need a lip liner, especially when wearing a color like red. Everyone says red is so hard to wear. Red shows your habits. It's just like when I talk about foundation and you're like, oh, but my skin was perfectly fine before I put the foundation on. And it's the foundation that turns into dry, flaky skin, not my skin. You know what I mean? So red lipstick tells all your business. It lets me know that while you're sitting at your desk, you play with your mouth. You touch your lips, you maybe pick your lip a little bit, you do this a lot, you do that a lot, you lick your lips a lot, you bite your lips a lot. With other colors, because those colors are softer and obviously less staining, because red also stains, right? We all know that. Less staining. So when you're doing all of those things, you don't necessarily notice because it doesn't leave a trail behind. You're still doing all of that, but there's no trace of it. The red is going to tell everybody what you just did. Oh, you just had a burger for lunch, I see. The lipstick all on the chin down here, right? Which y'all, I don't care. I will eat my burger red lip, and when I'm done, and I will leave it there the entire time too. I'm not taking a bite and cleaning. It's gonna be there while I'm eating. And then when I'm done, I will sit right there at that table. And we touch it up. So with a red lipstick comes great responsibility. You need to train yourself. It's just like posture. You have to train yourself to sit up straight, to not slouch, and da-da-da. You have to train yourself to not play with your lips when you're wearing a red lipstick, because that's what it is. All right, so this is the Velvet Cherry, and this is a matte formula. I love a luxury matte lip formula because it just, the only thing that's matte about it is the color. There's no matte texture. It feels exactly like if it was maybe a satin lipstick. Obviously not like a shiny lipstick that's more creamier and all of that, because this is still velvety smooth, but it's so comfortable. Even though, like I said, my lips are dehydrated, they still feel really good when I press. I don't feel anything crunchy. So while I am showing you my favorite red lipsticks, these are also some of my favorite lipstick formulas. So even if you're watching this and you're not a red lipstick person, you can go and get your color. Like if you're a pinky, a nude, a berry, an orange. I'm also an orange girl too. I've been lacking in so much melanin that I've been sticking with the red, but I am known to tear up an orange lip, okay? Because orange and a little sun kiss is just, it's just so nice. But the sun, there are no kisses over here. So number 3 we have from Armani, and this is the Lip Power, and I love me a shade 400, and I feel like this is a little a little bit like the Scarlet Rouge. I'm not gonna lie. I do. Let's see. Now this formula I would wear a lip liner with, and the lip liner that I really like using it with is gonna be the new Fenty lip liners in MVP. It's a perfect match and it's also very long wearing, but I do find this formula bleeds on the edge of my lips a little bit. So if I don't use that matching red, then I'm gonna use maybe something like Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, because that's not a color that you see through. I don't like to ombre my reds, and I'm not saying that that's a wrong thing to do. Personal preference, like I said from the beginning, just give me my red straight up, concentrate. Okay, 100% proof red lip. So we can see the little shine in this one. And this one, definitely something about this shine. It is long wearing in general, but after a while, I do find that the edges of that lip gets a little feathery, and I like my red lip line really crisp. So that's why I said I would use a red, and that MVP matches this perfectly. Or I would just do that Pillow Talk, which is kind of a skin tone nude on me. And I just, you know, go over it. So it still doesn't look like a liner on it, but this is also another lipstick formula that I like a whole lot. And they have this satin, and they do also have matte. And I feel like I have the 400 in matte too. Because like I said, once I like something, I'm going to collect it in the textures, especially. Our next needs no introduction to anyone in the land of the red lip. I present to you Her Royal Highness, most beautiful, Dior 999. Okay, cult favorite, classic. I have in velvet. I have her in satin. She's in a handbag somewhere. I also have in metallic, which has since been discontinued, so I am cherishing. If I knew, we would have had it back up. And then I also have in the liquid formula that has glitter in it, all 999. Okay, I do in fact have a 999 collection. So I'm gonna do the velvet. I did kind of want to do the metallic, but doesn't make sense showing it to you and then you get mad at me because you can't go and get it, all right? And by the way, I don't remember if I said the Armani 400 is a true red. So that's just red, right? So the Armani is a true red. Scarlet Rouge is an orange based red, and Velvet Cherry is a blue kind of plummy based red. And this is 999. Does 999 say true red? It doesn't say. I feel like it used to say these things before, back in the day, but maybe people don't care about this anymore. But this is a true red. I'm looking at my monitor. I'm not sure if this is pulling orangey, but when I look at it in my mirror, it is definitely just, it's red. And a true red has a little bit of everything. It has a little bit, there's a touch of blue within it, a touch of orange in it. And then when you get to a blue base red is when there's more, right? So when you tip the scales, so that's why as someone with a neutral skin tone where I'm in the middle, I can go any, you know, I can tip the scale in any direction. So it is really fun to play with color in that way, because you really can have some fun with it. I feel like a lot of people are limiting themselves a lot when it comes to neutral and even olive skin tones, but that's a conversation for another day. So our Dior 999, classic true red, and this is the matte formula, and also the Armani is another true red. I might need to get the 999 in the velvet formula. See? There you go. That's just what it is. Meanwhile, I'm the same person that's telling my one-on-one clients, you do not need 5 different lipsticks. Do as I say, not as I do. Last, but most certainly not least, is the lipstick that started it all. Without fail, wearing this lipstick, it's like, no, what red is that? I need it right now. The most underrated, I think I might be the only person wearing this lipstick, to be so very honest with you, in the entirety of the world. I don't think so. I don't think so. Outside of the people who have asked me what it is, of course, because I'm assuming you bought it too, right? It is Pat McGrath Vendetta. Everyone is all, oh, else and this, else and that. Honey, but when you have a Vendetta, let's put it on. Y'all, this, and I think that's why, it's on my teeth. I think that's why this lipstick went viral on TikTok while I was going viral, because on my phone, it shows properly. And what I'm gonna do right now, just in case, I'm gonna film it on my phone and we're gonna put it here so you can see on the phone footage, just in case this red is changing, because it is blue and warm at the same time. Mother Pat had a vendetta for real when she was making this color. And because of that, it's hard to capture on like my pro camera that's all about the color balance and blah, 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 blah. Whereas, you know, the iPhone isn't really trying to do too much, so it just kind of gets it. But this is it, and every single time, without fail, hang on, let me do, because you know, I'll forget. You look good, girl. Oh, me. So we gonna put that, we gonna put that up here so you can see, because you have to see this color, right? It is so pretty, and this is the one that started it all. Now I promised you guys a bonus, so I do like this color. I don't particularly like, I'm not obsessed with the formula. All right, I'm not obsessed with the formula, but it's like, okay. I didn't show you what it was. I'm so sorry. Where are my models? Okay, here she is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the lip blur, yes, and it is in ruby blur. So again, this is another, this one is another blue based. From Charlotte Tilbury, the Velvet Lip Blur. And like I said, I like this color. I like the way it feels at first, but I do find that after a while, it tends to, it just starts feeling really drying. So like, this is kind of something that I've been reaching for when I do content, or if I'm just running a short errand, but it's not something that I would wear an entire day, or even if I do, I would take one of my other lipsticks to touch up, because I find that even the constant touch-ups for it just gets really drying. There's just something in the formula that's, yeah, there's just a lot on my, all right, so that is my favorite, no. All right, so that is my top 5 favorite red lipstick rotation. I am going to confess that I have others that I love, but these are the top 5 for sure. So if you are one who Googled what my lipstick was, I guarantee you it was one of these, probably Vendetta, if not Scarlet Rouge. But I guarantee it was one of these 5. All right, so I hope that this helps you feel more confident in choosing a red lipstick for you. If you want more help, maybe if we talk about different types of reds for different types of undertones, comment and let me know. I'll be happy to make something like that for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share and comment on this video if it was helpful. And I will post some more videos here that you can watch to help you on your makeup journey. Thanks for watching, and as always, I hope this helps.